It is like so hard being a fun person. Like, I keep running into this problem where I'll go on a first date and think it went really well and be like, oh my god, I really like this person. And then go on a second date and a third date and a fourth date and a fifth date. And after all this time and money and like emotional expenditure, I'll realize like I couldn't give a shit about the person across from me.
Man, listen, guys, you can't give a woman too much time, okay? You can't give a woman too much time until she earns it. It is human nature that anything that is given to us is not as valued or appreciated as something that is earned or worked for, okay? That's literally how it works. Now, you have a lot of these, quote unquote, young or attractive women. They get offered a lot of dates, and a lot of guys will want to take women on a bunch of dates. A lot of guys will even allow you to be pen pals with them on dating apps or whatever. Or even if you meet them in person and you get their information or you get their Instagram or social media, they'll go back and forth with you all the time because they'll take your time, energy, and attention. They love when their phone blings. They love when the notifications pop up of some guy who likes them, showing them attention. But here's the thing. This is why, as a man, you have to focus on what you want. You have to focus on your masculine identity and how you want to run things. You have to give a woman instruction. So you can't just take her out on date after date after date. At some point, you're going to want to have sex with her. At some point, you're going to want her to start doing things to make sure that she appreciates the time that she spends with you. Whatever that is, right? You may need her to do something for you. You may need her to bring something when she's coming to your house next time. And if it's just date after date, it's like, nah, that's not it. You got to have those meetings with the woman where it's just sex, where you show up at her crib or she shows up at your crib or y'all meet up at a hotel or something and y'all just smash. You got to make time for dates like that as well. You understand? And I guess you wouldn't necessarily call them dates, but you got to make time for meetings such as those as well. So a woman understands that it's not just about you catering to her. It's not just about you always taking her out. It's about you guys getting to know each other on different levels, which includes sex, right? Which include intimacy, which include things that you want. A lot of times men out there, they love to accommodate women and take them on date after date after date after date. I want you guys to understand something. There's this thing that a lot of like people love to throw around these days, this word called courting, right? Courting was something done back in the day, like around 1950s and 60s, where a young man and a young woman actually had plans to marry each other, meaning that maybe they met in high school or they lived in the same town. The young man would go to the family. He would meet the father. He would come over for dinner. He would sit with the father and explain to the father that he has feelings for his daughter and that it is his intention to one day marry his daughter. It was a handshake. It was taken very seriously. It was a type of thing where if you lived in a small enough town, everybody in the town was aware of this, right? Because everybody in the town was like, oh, John is going to, Stacy's house this evening for dinner and he's going to meet Stacy's father. And everybody in the town would know this. So whenever you saw John and Stacy out and about, you would know, oh, John is courting Stacy. And everybody would also start to anticipate the wedding day because everybody wants to show up to the wedding and everybody wants to celebrate and everybody wants to congratulate them and so on and so forth. So the point I'm trying to make is that taking a woman out on date after date after date, if there's no purpose behind it and you're just trying to impress a woman or if you're just trying to date a woman for frivolous purposes, it's not going to turn out well, especially if the woman doesn't really like you to begin with, because you have a lot of times where a woman will enjoy the dates. She'll enjoy the first few dates, but she might not actually like the guy. And then when she realizes, oh man, we're just going out on date after date after date. We're not smashing. We're not doing anything different. He's not even showing me anything that he likes to do. He just keeps taking me out to these different restaurants. Now, if she likes you, she'll continue to enjoy it. But a lot of times when she realizes that she doesn't have a certain level of attraction for the guy, not even the date is enough to keep her attention, which is why I always talk about attraction and compatibility. You have to know if a woman is attracted to you sexually at least, and to know if you guys are compatible, meaning that you get along and that you're sexually compatible, meaning that your bodies work together well to create good sex. That is an important thing. So this is where things can get boring and a woman can start to realize, oh man, I don't even like this guy, but he keeps taking me on date after date after date because he's too afraid to tell me that he want to smash. He's too afraid to invite me on something that he wants to do. He's too afraid to focus on who he is as a man and lead. Once you do that, then the woman starts to resent the man because she realizing that you don't really have a purpose. You're not about anything. So it's important for you to know your masculine identity and express that and not just spend time with the woman without purpose. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. I hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.